Hello, Taurus. What's up? It's almost your birthday season. Hey, let's go. This is going to be, hold on, your collective reading for all Taurus gang. Yeah. So apply it to however it speaks to you, whether it's love or your job or your family or your money or your health or a particular situation, a circumstance, whatever it's sounding like to you, that's what it is. So apply it like that, and God has blessed it. Yes, He has. Yes, He has. All right, it's a good looking day outside. This must be a good reading about to happen here for you, Taurus. All right, so we have the Five of Wands. So it's been some kind of struggle, some kind of competition, something where only one person can win, right? And you were in that, or maybe you were some kind of involved in it, whether you were in the fray, in the fight for the prize, or whether you were a judge or something like that. Queen of Pentacles. So you have lots of abundance here and luxury and just kind of nurturing yourself, taking time out for you. All this fighting and competition and, all this group activity. I feel like you're definitely taking some you time recently, which is really healthy and really smart because everybody needs that. So with whatever this Five of Wands is, it's like, and it could just have been you doing 5 different tasks that were very challenging, or trying to achieve some kind of task and doing it multiple ways where it might have kind of burnt you out, but there was something that you needed to get here and it felt like a prize, it felt like a win, right? So just kind of having to fight, and sometimes the Five of Wands is a healthy competition too, like sporting events where it's not negative, it's fun, it's entertaining. It's like, okay, we're playing this football game and whoever wins. They have a better record than the other team who lost. So, something like that. But either way, a lot of energy is spent with the Five of Wands. So you have the Star now, which is the major arcana of Aquarius. So you could be dealing with an Aquarius, or maybe you have Aquarius somewhere in your birth chart. But yeah, this is things finally coming into alignment. This is a wish fulfilled. She's caught a star. It's hard to catch a star, but here she is. She's been throwing that rope up night after night after night after night for who knows how long, but it's been a long time because I feel like with the star, it's that moment where you're right at the point of giving up, and just as soon as you have just the last bit of energy to throw that rope up, whoosh, finally you hook and catch a star. And it's like, oh my Lord Jesus, I have been trying so hard and now here it is. So something's definitely some kind of wish, something you've been trying to catch. Maybe it's someone you've been trying to catch, but you finally caught it now. You know what I mean? And so now it's only uphill from here. The star card represents that light at the end of the tunnel. It's like you've been in this dark, you've been in this competition, you've been trying to fight, and then it's like, in the distant horizon, you can see it. Daylight, you can see, and it looks like a beautiful day out there. So you know that the end is near and the end is good. The end is bringing you rewards and health and food, and imagine being in some kind of dark tunnel, just working your way through it, not knowing if you're going forward or backward, and then you see the light, and it's like you might not even have an energy to run to the end of the light to make it, but you know that you're going to get there, and once you do, it's like, victory. So yeah, you're in this phase of victory. You finally got something you've been wanting. Now you have the Nine of Swords here. So this is just like some stress, some really overthinking, overanalyzing. And it could be because, sometimes, I was talking the other day with a friend, and the lessons are in the struggle. Once, like school, you're learning a particular subject, a topic, and it can be difficult depending on what you're studying. But then it's like once you go through school and you graduate and you're in your career, it's easy. But the hard part was learning it. And so I feel like with whatever this star moment is for you, this Nine of Swords kind of comes in later. Like maybe there's some doubt, some fear, some hesitation, some anxiety over, can you handle it now that you're out of the tunnel? Sometimes we get used to being in a struggle. We get used to being in a fight. And when things get easy, it's like, oh my gosh, what do I do with this? I've been so used to, being in the dark about things, now it's open in front of me, and so it can be a bit challenging because it's overwhelming. It's not a struggle anymore. Now it's ease and breeze, and so what am I supposed to do with this? You know what I mean? I'm used to it being difficult. So Ace of Pentacles, yeah, you could have been fighting for a job. You could have been fighting for a loan or, you know, a house. Maybe you wanted to purchase a home and there were other potential buyers, and so you're kind of outbidding each other or interviewing for a job, multiple candidates, but you were right there in the fray, in the fight. Whatever it is, this Ace of Pentacles definitely represents long-term stability, financially, material-wise, even health-wise. So this is something that you were fighting for because it was new. And the thing is, with the Ace of Pentacles, it starts kind of small. It starts as just a Ace of Pentacle, you know what I mean? But as it develops, it gets bigger, it gets more valuable because it's long-term, right? So it's like, okay, this is the long path. This isn't, you're not going to have to worry about doing this again for a very long time. That's why, you know, the competition could have been so thick, because this was like, this could be it, you know what I mean, for life. This could set you in that space where you don't have to do anything more regarding this Ace of Pentacle again. Or if you do, it might be like 15, 20, 30, 40 years from now. So that's why, you know, the competition was what it was, because it's like, this is quite valuable. And, you know, you knew it was going to grow and only get better. And you have this King of Swords, definitely Aquarius energy here. So the King of Swords is very absolute, and you have the King of Wands here too. So you've got charisma meets like intellect. King of Wands is just that kind of energy where, Taurus, he'll support you, he'll be there for you, he'll help you out, but you have to ask. He's not just going to immediately get involved. He's done that before and it got him in trouble. So the King of Wands is watching you. He's prepared to jump in at any moment, but you got to let him know. He's a charismatic leader. This could be somebody you know, somebody you're dealing with. But he's also, you know, he can run a tight ship. He's humorous and all that, but he's about business as well. Not as like the King of Pentacles or the King of Swords. The King of Wands is kind of like, you know, he's got a bit more personality, but when it's time to get serious, you will definitely see that serious side. Now, speaking of serious, this King of Swords is only but serious. He's very authoritative. He's like, you know, the sheriff in town. He doesn't giggle. He, you know, his sense of humor is extremely buried, very deep. But he's very smart, you know, he's a high intellect. And so when he makes some kind of decision of authority, that's it. He's done all the research, all the background, all the planning. So it's final, it's cemented, it is firm. That is what it is with him. And so, you know, this star, this, you know, alignment, this wish fulfillment, I feel like if this is you embodying this energy or somebody that you're dealing with, this is like, okay, this is the wish that's come in and I'm gonna stick with it because this is what it is. No changing here. Like this King of Swords says, this is the law, that's it, and this is what we're going to follow. Now you have the moon here, so there's some deception. You have the major arcana of Pisces, by the way. So yeah, that could be why you're stressing too, because things look one way but they're actually another way, Taurus. You got to really listen to your spirit, your body, your heart, because the moon, a lot of times people fear it. It's like, it seems like there's some trickery and deception going on, and there might be, but it's not always a bad thing. You may feel like you're in the dark about something, or that there's some kind of, you know, hidden friendly enemy here, and there might be, but you will know that. So, you know, don't show all your cards, and don't stress about it either. Don't let people see you stressing and worrying, because you know what, they will take advantage of that. They'll see that you're kind of in this weak state and they'll really play on it. So, you know, just again, when people or situations are kind of showing to be a bit weird, go with what your heart is telling you, and that will be the truth. And you have support here. This King of Wands is your friend for sure. So if you need his help, he's right there. Let him know. That's what I got for you, Taurus. I hope it blessed you. Like, subscribe, share. I'll talk to you soon.